In this presentation, I will inform you on how to save $400,000 in taxes in your retirement planning and live your retirement dream. So grab a comfortable seat, get yourself a cool drink, put away any distractions and prepare to be well informed. Before we dive in, do me this one favor. If advertisements should interrupt this video, please do not click off of the advertisements. Please allow them to play through as a thank you for sharing with you this valuable information. And, if this content has provided value, please subscribe to my channel. Now let's continue. Save $400,000 in retirement taxes using these powerful tax planning strategies. Let me ask you something very personal. You've spent decades building wealth. You've worked hard, saved diligently, invested wisely. And now you're standing on the edge of retirement. So tell me, do you really want to hand over hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS that could have gone toward your lifestyle, your legacy, your peace of mind? If you are like me, the answer is no. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Without the right plan, most high net worth retirees overpay in taxes, sometimes by hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of retirement. But it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, there are powerful, fully legal tax strategies available right now that could save you upwards of $400,000 over the span of your retirement. And today, we're going to explore them together. This isn't theory. These are real, proven methods used by financially savvy retirees and wealthy investors across the country. So sit back, take a breath, and let's talk about how to make your retirement work harder for you. Let's look at why this matters. Let's simplify this whole thing with a very short story. Imagine your retirement nest egg is a beautiful orchard. You've spent years planting, watering, tending. Now, it's time to enjoy the harvest. But every time you pick an apple, every dollar you withdraw, a taxman stands at the gate, taking a bite. Not just once, but every single time you reach for fruit. Unless you learn how to redirect those apples. Unless you plant a few more rows strategically. Unless you build a smarter gate. That's what tax planning in retirement is all about. It's not cheating the system. It's understanding the rules and playing them better than most. Because when done right, tax savings don't just protect your portfolio. They unlock more time, more freedom, and more choices. Section 1. The retirement tax traps most people miss. Let's start with what often goes wrong. Most people think taxes go down in retirement. And for some, they do. But if you've saved well, if you've got significant assets in pre-tax accounts like traditional retirement plans, you could actually be walking straight into a tax spike. Here's why. Withdrawals from traditional retirement accounts? They're taxed as ordinary income. Doesn't matter if it's dividends, interest, or capital gains inside, you pay tax as if it's a paycheck. Then add in Social Security income. That can be partially taxed depending on your total income. Now layer on required minimum distributions, the government-mandated withdrawals starting at age 73. Whether you need the money or not, you have to pull it out and pay up. Throw in capital gains from brokerage accounts, real estate income, maybe a pension, and suddenly, your tax-free golden years don't look so golden anymore. But knowing the trap is how you start avoiding it. Section 2. The power of Roth conversions. Let's talk strategy now. One of the most powerful tax tools in retirement. The Roth conversion. Here's how it works. You take money from your traditional retirement account, yes, the pre-tax one, and you convert it to a Roth account. You pay taxes on it now, but then it grows tax-free, forever. That means no tax on future gains, no tax on withdrawals, and no required minimum distributions. But here's where it gets smart. You don't convert everything at once. You do it gradually, strategically, in the lower income years between retirement and age 73. For example, if you retire at 65 and delay Social Security, those 8 years are a golden window. Your income may be at its lowest, and that's when a series of Roth conversions could save you hundreds of thousands over the long term. It's like prepaying taxes on your terms, at your preferred rate, so Uncle Sam doesn't surprise you later. Section 3. Strategic Social Security Timing. Now let's talk about your Social Security benefits. When you claim them, and how, can affect not just your income, but your taxes too. If you start too early, the monthly benefit is lower for life. And worse, it stacks on top of your other income, which can increase how much of it gets taxed. But if you delay, especially until age 70, not only do you receive a higher benefit, but you give yourself more time to execute Roth conversions or manage other income in a lower tax bracket. Delaying also reduces the portion of your Social Security that could be taxed. And that means more money stays in your pocket, not the government's. It's not just a timing decision, it's a tax efficiency decision. Section 4. Asset location. The overlooked wealth protector. You've heard of asset allocation, how much you put in stocks, bonds, real estate. But asset location is just as important. It's about placing the right types of investments in the right types of accounts to minimize taxes. Here's the idea. Put high-growth, high-tax investments, like actively managed funds or high-yield bonds, into tax-deferred accounts. Place tax-efficient assets, like index funds or municipal bonds, into taxable brokerage accounts. And let long-term, aggressive growth assets live inside your Roth accounts. This way, you're not just choosing what to invest in, you're choosing where to invest it. And that simple shift, it can quietly save you thousands, sometimes 6 figures, over time. Section 5. Qualified Charitable Distributions. Let's say you're someone who already gives generously. Maybe it's your church, a charity, a scholarship fund. Once you hit age 70 and a half, you can start doing something powerful. Direct charitable gifts from your IRA. These are called Qualified Charitable Distributions, or QCDs. Instead of taking a distribution, paying tax on it, then donating, you send it straight to the charity. No tax. And it satisfies your required minimum distribution. It's a triple win. You support causes you care about. You reduce your taxable income. And you preserve your overall portfolio. Giving with strategy. Section 6. Health savings accounts and Medicare strategy. If you still have a health savings account, or HSA, it's one of the most tax-advantaged tools in your retirement arsenal. You contribute tax-free. It grows tax-free. And when used for qualified medical expenses, it comes out tax-free. That's a triple advantage. Even in retirement, those funds can be used for everything from prescriptions to Medicare premiums. Speaking of Medicare, your income can directly affect what you pay. It's called IRMAA, the Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. Higher income, higher premiums. By managing withdrawals, using Roth conversions early, and strategically timing income, you can reduce IRMAA surcharges and protect more of your monthly retirement cash flow. Section 7. Tax loss harvesting and gifting strategies. For those with sizable brokerage accounts, there's another elegant strategy: tax loss harvesting. It's the process of selling investments at a loss to offset capital gains or taxable income. Let's say one holding is down $15,000. Selling it can offset $15,000 in gains elsewhere, or up to $3,000 in ordinary income annually. It's a paper loss that creates real savings. And if you're thinking about passing wealth to children or grandchildren, don't forget the annual gift exclusion. Each year, you can give up to a set amount per person, without tax consequences. And over time, that reduces your taxable estate. Section 8. Work with a retirement-focused tax advisor. Here's the real secret. You don't have to figure all this out alone. Working with a retirement tax specialist, a fiduciary planner who understands these strategies inside and out, can help you customize everything we just talked about. No guesswork. No missteps. Just clarity. Because when you combine smart investing with strategic tax planning, you don't just save money. You buy yourself options. You buy time. You buy peace of mind. Closing and call to action. So let me ask you this. What could you do with an extra $400,000 over your retirement? Take more trips? Upgrade your home? Leave a larger legacy? Sleep better at night? Because that number, it's not fantasy. It's real. And it's within reach. You just have to start planning for it now. If this conversation sparked something, if it gave you clarity or raised new questions, then I invite you to do 3 quick things. First, subscribe so you don't miss future retirement tax strategies. Second, like this audio, it tells the platform this content is worth hearing. And third, leave a comment below. What's the biggest tax concern you have heading into retirement? I read every word. Thanks for joining me. Now go out there and live your retirement dream, with more freedom, more wealth, and a lot less tax.